Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Fauziah from Class 2C, English Department, University of Autonomous Ayasa. So I'm going to talking about food security. So food security means that all people at all the times have physical, social, economic access to sufficient, safe, nutritious food that meets their food preference and dietary needs for an active and healthy life. The importance of global food security. Growth in the agriculture sector has been found, on average, to be at least twice as effective in reducing poverty as growth in other sectors. Food insecurity, often rooted in poverty, decreases the ability of countries to develop their agricultural markets and economies. Access to quality, nutritious food is fundamental to human existence. Secure access to food can produce wide-ranging positive impacts, including economic growth and job creation, poverty reduction, trade opportunities, increased global security and stability, and improved healthcare. Aspect of food security. The first is economic. Economic growth affects the need for food following the increase of population. The level of household income can reflect a measure of the ability to access the required food consumption and its diversity. Food has the potential for increasing local, regional, and export market demand. Growth economic can also affect food needs following the increase in population per capita and increasing economic value in society. The second is technology. Technology can help increase local food security, which can help the community's economy and food diversifications at the same time. As a result, the essential key is ongoing innovation according to the market demands and consumer wants. Only in this manner will market demands coincide in the producer investment, resulting in optimal advantage on all stakeholders. The use of technology in the production of commodities and value-added goods along the value chain of these commodities is predicted to increase the number of food options available to Indonesians while also stimulating local economic activity. So the third aspect of food security is social and culture. Variation in sample food intake and community food consumption patterns are elements that can promote food security in social and cultural aspects, namely consumption factors that affect food security. Food diversification is one of the most significant aspects of achieving food security, since it reduces reliance on a single main food. Food security is also bolstered by social cultural aspects of the society, such as cooperation in the provision of food, which are still relevant in some areas in Indonesia. Food security is influenced by the level of community education. People with a higher level of education will have a better grasp of the importance of a well-balanced food and wide variety of foods in their daily life. Food management is part of the tradition in some locations and it has potential to promote food security. Natural resources in Indonesia are generally handled with local culture, and it has potential to increase food security in the region. The viability of productive labor is aided by population increase, which is one of the supporting factors in producing food. Food security is predicted to be more readily attained as a result of a high number of productive labor sources operating in agricultural sectors, which will improve quality and quantity of agricultural commodities produced. The fourth is law and politics. Food security is an important consideration in Indonesian food supply. In order to improve food security, the government enacts law that serves as a regulatory framework for government institutions to carry out their responsibility in achieving national food security. Protection of food research, protection of farmers, fishermen, fish cultivators, and other food business actors, food research and development, smooth distribution of food such as food prices, marketing, food trade, consumer protection, control of food imports, and relation between the central and local government are all examples of the legal support for food security. Next is environment. Climate change is one of the environmental factors of food security. Climate change has a negative influence on food security since it is unpredictable. producing broad and flooding on agricultural land. The second is drought poses a threat to national food security because it reduces agricultural productivity. Reduced agricultural production from crops, animal, fisheries, increased production costs, reduced revenue and higher operating costs, and unanticipated expenses to fulfill the demands and recover from natural disaster are examples of economic losses. As a result, household purchasing power is lowered, food access is restricted, savings are lost, and livelihoods are threatened, leading in food insecurity. The challenges in food security is the first is poverty. Indonesia in the lower middle class continue to struggle to meet their food needs. Malnourished individuals or households demonstrating a poor level of food consumption in terms of quantity and quality. This can be caused by a variety of circumstances, including a lack of supplies, limited access to food, the consumption of the wrong food, or poor nutritional content of food ingested. Failure to meet these four measures is still linked to the region's high poverty rate. Challenges of food security in Indonesia is population. The annual rise in population has a significant impact on provision of food because the conversion of agricultural area is to residential and industrial land will continue to increase. So, environmental pollution will continue to rise in tandem with popular growth. As a result, population growth has a significant impact on the barriers to achieving food security. The third is disaster. Land degradation, pests, illnesses, the global water problem, land grabbing, and climate change are examples of disasters that make meeting food needs difficult. So the last is limited lands. The viability of land for agriculture is referred to as a natural resource restriction in Indonesia. Indonesia used to have a lot of agricultural land, but the area is slowly decreasing owing to the transfer of agricultural land to industrial uses. The opportunities of food security in Banten. Because Indonesia has a wealth of natural resources, we may readily diversify our food resources. Indonesia will prevent food shortage by diversifying its food ingredients. It was stated, particularly in Banten, that agricultural products such as rice and secondary crops were sufficient and might be surplus if appropriate technology was applied. Rubber, coconut, cloves, paper, vanilla, orange. Banten is a key oilseed production area, and fruit plantations are also found in Banten. Marine fisheries are also very significant because 75% of Banten's area is surrounded by sea. So that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.